The courage to begin again, starting over. Two simple words, carrying the weight of everything you've lost. It's not easy to begin again. It takes courage to look at what broke you, and still believe you can rebuild. Because starting over isn't just about changing direction, it's about admitting that the old way no longer works. It's about standing in the wreckage of what was, and saying, I'm not done yet. People think starting over means failure. But the truth is, failure is refusing to start again. You can fall 100 times, but as long as you rise 101, you're still undefeated. The world celebrates success, but it's starting over that builds strength. Anyone can begin when everything is new and exciting. But few have the heart to start again when everything is broken and silent. That's where real growth lives, in the moments you decide to try again when no one would blame you for quitting. Starting over isn't weakness. It's renewal. It's evolution. It's proof that you're not defined by what happened to you, you're defined by what you do next. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe a relationship fell apart. Maybe life hit you harder than you expected. It's okay. That doesn't mean it's over. It means the story is changing. And you get to pick up the pen again. The hardest part of starting over is forgiving yourself for what didn't work. You can't rebuild a life while carrying the ruins of the last one. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the should've. Let go of the idea that you're behind. You're not behind, you're being redirected. Sometimes the universe doesn't destroy your life to punish you, it clears the path so you can finally build what you were meant to. So breathe. The past is gone. The lessons remain. And they are enough. You are enough. Because the art of starting over isn't about where you've been, it's about where you choose to go next. The breaking point before you can start over, something inside you has to break. Not in a tragic way, in a necessary one. That breaking is the sound of resistance leaving your body. It's the death of the version of you that's been trying to hold everything together. Because sometimes, holding on hurts more than letting go. We spend so much of our lives pretending we're fine, wearing strength like armor, hiding the pain behind smiles, and calling it being okay. But real healing doesn't start in pretending. It starts in honesty. It starts in admitting, I'm not fine, and that's okay. That moment, that honest collapse, that's where the rebuild begins. See, no one tells you that before peace comes chaos. Before clarity comes confusion. Before alignment comes unraveling. You have to fall apart to come back together differently. It's not failure, it's foundation shifting. Your life is rearranging itself to fit the person you're becoming. And yes, it hurts. Growth always does. Because transformation isn't graceful, it's messy. But that's what makes it real. You'll cry over things that no longer fit you. You'll miss people who can't walk the next part of your path. You'll question everything you thought you knew. But that pain, that confusion, it's proof you're evolving. You're not stuck. You're shedding. Every ending you face is secretly preparing you for a new beginning. Every detour is rerouting you toward purpose. So don't rush through the breaking. Let it happen. Sit with it. Feel every ounce of what you tried to numb. Because when you stop running from the pain, it finally loses its power. It's like a storm, loud, chaotic, unstoppable. But even the worst storm eventually passes. And when it does, you'll see that it didn't destroy you. It revealed you. The breaking doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're clearing space for something stronger. It means your foundation is being rebuilt with truth instead of fear. And when the dust settles, you'll realize you didn't lose yourself in the chaos. You found yourself in it. The rebuilding phase, once the storm passes, something quiet begins, a strange, sacred kind of stillness. It's not peace at first. It's emptiness. Like standing in a house after the fire, everything quiet, everything gone, and all that's left is space. That space feels uncomfortable, but it's where your new life begins. Because before you can rebuild, you have to learn how to be okay with the pause. We live in a world that glorifies speed. We're taught to move on fast, to get over it, to fill the silence with noise. But growth doesn't happen in motion, it happens in the pause. That's where clarity lives. That's where strength returns. That's where your new identity starts to take shape. Rebuilding isn't about rushing forward, it's about moving with intention. Brick by brick. Habit by habit. Day by day. You start waking up earlier, not because you have to, but because you want to meet yourself again. You start journaling, walking, thinking. You start remembering what matters. You start designing your life instead of reacting to it. And slowly, something shifts. You stop looking backward. You stop craving what you lost. You start feeling grateful for the lessons hidden in the pain. That's how healing feels when it's real, not loud, but steady. Not fast, but deep. You start to see that every ending wasn't a punishment, it was preparation. Every loss cleared space for something better. Every setback built a muscle you didn't know you needed. And then one day, you catch yourself smiling again, for no reason. You feel calm without needing anything. You look around and realize, you're no longer surviving. You're living. That's the moment you understand, starting over wasn't about rebuilding what you had. It was about becoming someone new. Because you can't create a new life with the same mindset that broke the old one. The pain didn't destroy you, it refined you. It burned away everything fake, and left behind what was real. You raw, resilient, reborn. And from that version of you, everything becomes possible again. The art of becoming starting over isn't just about rebuilding your life, it's about rebuilding yourself. Because every new beginning demands a new version of you. Not a better version, a truer one. The world teaches us to chase improvement, but the real goal isn't to become more, it's to become real. To strip away everything that was never truly yours, the masks, the expectations, the noise, until all that's left is you. The you that's been buried under years of fear and pretending. The you that knows what peace feels like. The you that isn't afraid to start again. Because starting over isn't a step backward. It's a return to clarity, to truth, to self. You'll notice it one morning, the weight you've carried for years will feel lighter. You'll stop needing to explain yourself. You'll stop forcing things that don't fit. And for the first time in a long time, you'll feel free. That's the beauty of starting over. It gives you permission to rebuild not from pressure, but from peace. You stop chasing what you lost and start creating what aligns. You stop trying to impress the world and start impressing your soul. That's where power lives, in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can lose everything and still rise. Because when you've rebuilt from nothing, nothing can break you again. You start to see that every ending was just life clearing the space for something real to enter. The people who left? They taught you self-worth. The failures you faced? They taught you resilience. The chaos you survived? It taught you clarity. Every chapter that broke you was preparing you for this one. And now, you're here, standing at the edge of a new beginning. It's scary, yes. But it's also sacred. Because this time, you're not starting from zero, you're starting from wisdom. You've seen the storms. You've survived the silence. You've learned what matters. So now, when you take your next step, you do it with intention. With patience. With grace. And you finally understand, the art of starting over was never about becoming someone new. It was about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be.